So in the previous video we have seen about the first method to estimate the population in future, that is arithmetic increase method. This is also called as constant growth method. This is the formula for this: Pn is equal to P naught plus n into x bar. Now we'll see one problem on this. So it is given the population of last 5 decades is given in the tabular form. Find the population in 1980 and 2030 using arithmetic increase method. So here one table is also given, so I'm drawing it here. So the table consists of year and population. So 1930, 1940, 1950, 1960 and 1970. So for last 50 years it is there, that means last 5 decades. Now what is the population? So in 1930 it was 25,000, then it increased to 28,000, then in 1950 34,000, 1960 42,000 and 1970 47,000. Now this is the question. Okay, now what we have to do, see, up to 1970 the data is given to us, that is the latest data available to us is in 1970 the population was 47,000. Now we have to find out what can be the possible or what can be the approximate population after 10 years, that is in 1980, and also what can be the approximate population after, or we can say in 2030, that is after 6 decades. This is after 1 decade and this is after 6 decade, 60 years from this. So we have to use arithmetic increase method to find out these two population. Now the next thing that we have to do is draw the same table. In this same table you find out the value of x. So this x stands for increase in population. Increase in population. What do you mean by that? Now from 1930 to 1940 the population has increased by how much? See, it was 25,000 and then in 1940 it was 28,000. So by 3,000 it has increased. So we can find it out like this: 28,000 minus 25,000, that is equal to 3,000. Okay. Similarly, from 1940 to 1950, what is the increase in population? 34,000 minus 28,000, and this is equal to 6,000. Similarly, 42,000 minus 34,000, this is equal to 8,000. And the last one will be 47,000 minus 42,000 is equal to 5,000. Now these four values, this represents the increase in population for the last 5 decades. So this represents this difference between this. Now what we have to find? We have to find out what is the total of this. What is the total of this increase in population? So if we find out the total value, the total value will be 3 plus 6 9, 9 plus 8 17 plus 5 22, that is 22,000. So the total increase in population in 22,000. Now how many values are there? These are the 4 values. Now the next thing that we have to calculate is average increase per decade. Average increase per decade. So this is the value of x bar. So we are assuming in arithmetic increase method that this increase in population between each decade is constant. So that average value we have to find it out. So how to find out that average value? You do this total, that is 3000 plus 6000 plus 8000 plus 5000 divided by 4. In this case it is 4. Okay, so 22,000 divided by 4. So that will give the value of x bar as 5500. So this is the value of x bar. I hope this much is clear. Now from here it is very easy to find it out, the population in any year. So our main formula will be P n is equal to P naught plus n into x bar. Okay, so this x bar value we have found it out. Okay, it will be constant now, 5500 for this data. This P naught value is the latest value of population that we know. What is the latest value of population? It is 47,000. So this is the value of P naught. And this Pn is the value that we want after how much decades. Okay, so now first we have to find out population in 1980. Population in 1980. So what will be the value of n for this? So to find out that, use this simple formula. N is equal to 1980. What is the latest year population that we know? 1970. So 1970 divided by 10. So that will be equal to 10 divided by 10. It is 1. So it is 1 decade. So n value should be 1. See, no need to do this calculation. If you understand the concept, you can directly write the 1. Because see, our data is available up to 1970. We have to find out the population in 1980. So how many years are there? 1970 to 1980? 10 years. 10 years means 1 decade. Substitute this formula here. Substitute this all values in the formula. So P1 is equal to P0 plus n into x bar. This n value is also 1. 1 x bar. P naught 47,000 plus 1 into x bar is 5500. So the value of population in 1980 is equal to 47,000 plus 5500, that will be 52,500. Similarly, population in 2030. So how many decades it will be? So n will be equal to 2030 minus 1970 divided by 10. So this will be 60 divided by 10, that is 6. So n value is 6. Substitute here in the formula, is equal to P naught plus 6 x bar. Now P naught is same, 47,000 plus 6 into 5500. So if you calculate this, you will get the population in 2030 as 80,000. So with this now we have calculated the future estimated population, or this is the approximate population in 1980 and 2030, and this we have found out by using the arithmetic increase method. So you solve it once again. In the next problem, you pause the video when the question is given and try to get the answer by solving like this.